Hey everyone, it's Matt from Creative Reviews and Auto RC. Today we're starting a new series, like I said, and we're going to begin with the 2013 Toyota Land Cruiser, and we're going to go through the review and critique. We're going to go through all of the comments. I'm going to play the video in the background so we can listen to it. I can make adjustments and do whatever I can, but I'm here to give you more information. So let's begin. If you want to play this along with us, I'm going to click play after the advertisement, after whatever it is, right now. See the intro coming up. I use iMovie, by the way, on my iPad. It's 2013 Toyota Land Cruiser.
I'm looking at a 2013 Toyota Land Cruiser.
I know it's kind of noisy out there.
Vehicles from Toyota. Yes, the highest price that they have out right now.
It is. It starts maybe around 70 something, goes up even more if you want to put any additions on it.
It really does look like a Highlander to me, except a little bit taller, and I almost got confused by it.
Now, when I first saw this, I really did get confused, but the more I've researched it and looked at it more online and in person, it doesn't share. It's a lot taller. It's not as wide. It doesn't seem as wide, actually. And the styling's just a little different. It's not as aggressive. It's more of a classic styling because it is, if you see in the comment section over here, it's made to be a chauffeur car. And that means you can be sitting back while your driver is up front driving around. Or I have seen people buy this just as their everyday car, but it's an expensive car and it's a very luxurious car with a big back seat, which is why a lot of people do use it as their chauffeur vehicle, because it's good to sit in the back seat. But if you own it and you have kids, they'll be very happy back there. Going along in the comments section again, people wish they had more controls in the back so that you could do more adjustments to it, have more play time back there because you're going to spend so much time back there, but fortunately it does not, but maybe that's something they'll be changing in the future. Let's continue in the video. We're still on the outside.
It's packed with technology, it's packed with fun.
Now I say that it is packed with fun, but it is packed with technology. It has more cameras than any other car from Toyota. You can see the side, you can see the right side, your side, the rear, and the front, and you can use one of the kind of infinity technologies where it lets you see let's say this is your car, you can see it from like a bird's eye view, so you can see around your car. You can also change the angle of the cameras digitally, you can't move the cameras, but you'll be able to see if you're close to hitting a curb so you don't scrape your precious wheels or rims or whatever you call it, tires. But it's really good. But the thing is, Infinity does use this technology and has been for a while, so it's not really anything new, but it's something new for Toyota. So I think that's very useful regardless if it's there or hasn't been in the past. It's there now, so enjoy it.
But honestly, I wish they would make it a little bit more aggressive to make it different from its other smaller counterparts.
Now, I say that. I wish they would make it more aggressive, but I mean, it's not meant to be that. I made a mistake when I said I wish it was more aggressive. It's not. It has a nice classic styled grille, just 4 solid lines with gray accents on the chrome. The headlights have that sort of Toyota square to like a teardrop, but it's not really too aggressive. It doesn't flare out like the Prius does or any other Toyota vehicle. Fog lights have a good enclosure. They're very nice. The the side view mirrors, they're not too big, they're not too small. It's a big SUV, but it uses a lot of the camera technology to let you see around too, so they don't make them way too big. Speaking of the camera technology, when you slow down to a certain speed and you're still on the road, it'll let you see what's around you on the side. It'll switch from your map view to something else on the side, so you know you're not scraping anything because it's a big car, and it may have, of course, SUVs have blind spots. So it's, again, more technology that'll help you out. Love those cameras. The wheels on it are
This is
pretty
what
basic.
foreign embassies use to protect their ambassadors and anyone else who comes inside. So it better be a good job, better be solid, better be a good vehicle.
It's a Toyota. It goes without saying that it's going to be a very reliable vehicle. But if you have seen anything from the new Toyotas, at least the current generation, not the future generations, which are going to be coming out very soon, the Corolla has a crappy interior, god-awful interior, even compared to, I saw a 1994 that had more soft-touch materials and was more comfortable to sit in than the 2012 Corolla. I think it's an underpowered vehicle. The styling is not, it's not very well. It's made for a child or a teenager, but it's not a respectable adult car, if I'd say so myself. But of course, you know, maybe some people have another opinion, but I just like my cars a little bit more refined. I'd say that maybe the Volkswagen type is a little bit too conservative, but somewhere in the middle of the two would be something that I would choose. But again, the styling is pretty good.
Let's look at the numbers here, if you can see. 15 combined, 13 city, 18 highway.
It's pretty bad on gas. As opposed to its Lexus counterpart, which uses premium fuel, this does use regular fuel, but it does still get 13 city, 18 highway, which is not good. I have a 2002 Explorer. Not saying it's a great car, but it also uses regular gas. And on the highway, I can average about 24 miles per gallon, and in the city, I can average about 17 miles per gallon. And mind you, this is a car that was made in 2002, 10 years before this, or 12 years if this is a 13. 12 years? No, 11 years if this is a 13. They had time to improve these technologies. I know it's a very heavy car because it's really packed with stuff. It's a very heavy vehicle. It's a very reinforced vehicle, and also has the best interior that I've seen on any Toyota by far that's not a Lexus, because the Lexus are going to have a better interior because they have that higher sticker price. But it's a very well-built car. I'd say, if anything, this is Toyota's flagship by far. No questions asked. It's the best built vehicle. Even it being a SUV, it's very sturdy. It will take cornering very, very well. It's almost like driving a sports car, but it's not the same thing. It's almost like driving it. You know that the wheels are going to stick to the road. You know everything's going to be perfectly fine. But it doesn't drive like a truck that, you know, just lags around, but it's very nice. But I wish the gas mileage could be a little bit better on this. 15 combined right now is not good enough.
It guzzles gas.
It does guzzle gas.
Really bad. 3 out of 10
Yeah,
on
you'll
the fuel
be hit
economy
with something in
greenhouse gas
California
rating.
for sure.
5 small grain average. This one is a 4-wheel drive SUV.
As they all are.
It's a
Here
V8,
in the US.
5.7 liter, and it's 381 horsepower. And the price tag for this one, it starts out at $77,955, and this one is $79,947.
If you look on the Toyota website, there is one base package for this, and that's all they sell. There's no different levels of a Land Cruiser here in the United States as of, what day is today? September 1st. But when we go through the comment section, we're going to see that there's a ton of different configurations you can get in other countries. Of course, here you can add your own things and make it different. But there's no trim levels. There's no different trim levels here in the Land Cruiser in the U.S.
Has nice little running boards.
The only thing you can get differently is going to be the color. If you get I think it has a Blizzard white color, or some white color, it does add, I think, $220, which is the only difference is going to be in price.
Nice and black. We also have a white one here. As you can see, that there's a camera in front.
There's a nice looking camera in the front, very
So it's going to help you do
small, can't really see it.
whatever you need to do. The more I look at it, the more it just seems average.
And the more I look at it now, the more I can respect its very refined and classic value. So I'm updating this, second guessing myself, but correcting what I said before.
But I guess this isn't the style to be flashy. This isn't a Cadillac.
It's not an Escalade.
Well, let's see if it does its job. Let's check out the trunk space, which should be pretty big due to its size. Top half opens up.
Now, this being one of those split trunks, which is kind of like this, you open the top up here, and the bottom kind of sits out, so you can set stuff on it. It's not a power lift on the rear like most luxury SUVs, only because it has these two pieces that go apart. You get a lot of space.
The second half, which you can open like that, and create a good loading floor. The seats fold up to the side, so you have good storage space, but they don't fold flat.
Yeah, I really like that they move to the side in one way because it's very unique and new, but I wish they were stow-and-go seats so that they would just fold into themselves and you'd be able to use that full space for carrying something, because this is an SUV, you're going to be carrying stuff around. You don't just get it just for the looks. You might as well just get a big luxury car if you want to do that. But I think it just takes up too much space on the side, whereas if they were stone-go, they would fold flat and inside somewhere, like some of the vans that are out right now.
It's a little grip that I have. I think they should. You do have a 3-prong plug here.
I think that's a great thing that's coming out in cars now. You have the 3-prong plug. I think it's 120 volts or 160 or whatever you need to charge a regular device. So no more cigarette lighters, which you have to get an adapter for. You can just take your plug from your house to here, or this being in like the tailgate area, you can just plug in your speaker and you can have a good tailgate experience or camping experience.
You can do whatever you want with it. You can even tailgate out of it if that's your thing. So for $80,000, I think you'd be doing a little bit more. Let's close.
Yeah, looking on the seats that are folding up, I can definitely see again they're taking up a lot more space than they should. I really wish they would have changed that. That's something that needs to be changed. You have to get rid of the coolness factor to be useful.
This up here. For $80,000, I thought that it would have a standard power.
I already explained
trunk,
why it
but
doesn't.
It does not.
Don't act surprised, man.
Let's check under the hood.
Very solid sounding doors.
Just drove a Highlander. Gas was on the other side, was on the driver's side. This one is on the other side. Just to let you know if that's different.
I don't know if you care about that or not. It's on the driver's side.
Nice sound deadening materials around the hood. Hydraulics, I like that a lot. There's your V8.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe on a sports car you don't want to have hydraulics because it takes up too much weight, but this has hydraulics. I like it, but a lot of other cars now don't have hydraulics. My 2002, again, truck, old truck now, has hydraulics. All cars should have hydraulics because at some point you get somebody who's smaller, who can't lift a hood, maybe can't reach up and do that by themselves, and they're going to have so much trouble maybe changing their oil, checking oil, doing anything inside that car, and having to hold the hood up or at least put the stem up. Because if you just want to check something, you go like this and put it down. You don't have to look for the stem, put it up there too. The hydraulics are just an easy way to push and leave it up. It's just my gripe about a lot of cars and trucks today.
5 or 5.7 V8 engine, making 381 horsepower. So we'll move this thing. It does weigh a lot, so it does need it.
And there's me
of course,
again.
I like those hydraulics. It has a good, easy access fuse box, so you don't have to dig around and bang your head.
On the right side.
But then again, for $80,000, I don't think you're going to be the one who's going to be doing any of that work.
It's true, unless you like your cars, then you're going to be doing all that stuff yourself.
Let's take a look inside.
The interior, before we start, is amazing. Oh, I can see I didn't type in interior. I said
Here we are going
text
inside. Immediately I come in here and I do like the styling a lot more on the inside than I do on the outside.
Again, saying that I like the styling here more than on the outside. I like them both now. It's classic inside, it's classic outside. Both very refined. It's just very comfortable to sit inside there.
Materials everywhere except for wood accents, as it should be, except for around the gauges where no one's going to touch there. I like these dark charcoal type accents. I love the huge screen. This has JBL synthesis as the stereo system.
Synthesis.
Of course, you have your sunroof up there with DVD player. Nice back seats. Push button start. So all you do is put your foot on the brake, and you can see that the steering wheel went down to its needed position.
I don't know if you can hear it, but it's so... The engine is so refined. It's not like a giant SUV that just growls awake. It's very nice. I like that.
Land Cruiser information here. Eyebrow information. Large, very clear touch screen. I was just in a Highlander and the screen was the size, but the pixelation was awful.
I'm all about... Because a lot of cars now use that center touchscreen in the console. You have to make it look as best as it possibly can. Again, this is just me. Again, of course, I think that everything should be the highest quality you can get, or at least you can have the option to make it the highest quality you can possibly get. Because while certain cars are made for certain people, you can't appease everybody every single time. You just have to make it, correct. You have to make it good, because this is a car you're going to be in all the time, driving around. You might as well have this be very comfortable. And in the screen, I think everything should look good. I think the rendering of the map has to be perfect, because it's something you're going to rely on. Imagine, I live in Northern Virginia, so I go to D.C., Washington, D.C. a lot. Very confusing to navigate in there. And if I have some pixelated piece of crap, touchscreen navigation system, I'm going to get lost in there. I want something easy to use so I don't have to think about going around, just glance at it and know where I'm going. Good animations, good everything. And this Land Cruiser has a great touchscreen with great pixelation. Other Toyota ones don't. It's very hard to find it.
Really does a good job.
By the way,
sound system sounds great.
Yes, great. I love it. Very crisp.
Really great.
Very,
of course,
very
you have
good.
cooled and heated seats. And there's your 4x4 information there. Everything that you need. Your shifter. Everything looks beautiful in this car. Ashtray and cigarette lighter, because I believe people in here would still use that.
Strange enough.
There's
Not
all
to be
your
PC,
information.
but
You
they
have a
do.
lot more buttons than you do in your standard SUV.
I'm not trying to be PC.
And you have everything in here that you would possibly need. I do see the absence of Entune.
No.
I don't see that. Oh, nope, it's right here.
Yep, right
The
there.
apps. And you do need the smartphone with a data plan to use that, though. So it has everything you need. Steering wheel controls include Bluetooth, voice dictation, voice
Bluetooth
controls
should
on
mean
your modes.
Everything. And that's my phone
Everything
ringing.
is nice here.
And I have
I
to
think
cut
simply
away.
my favorite part up here is the clusters, speedo, tachometer, basically useless information, but it's really clear, and it matches really well with the LCD screen in here. It doesn't give me that difference between cluster, LCD, and cluster. It looks all natural, and I really like that. Seats feel amazing. Of course, you can adjust these almost every which way you want. Nice double-story glove box, which is easy to close. Leave the key up here, and let's check out the space in the back, because this is made for the people who ride in the back.
I mean, it's going to be a great experience for the driver.
They are very important.
But It's going to be a lot about the rear seat, too. Second row seat, not third row.
Another ashtray, because you do smoke when you buy these. Nice, very nice armrest.
It's very
Nice
wide.
and comfy. What happens when you push this button? Nice
Your
little, too complicated cup holders.
Useless.
And you can put it back up if you have a small person with you
Doesn't
or a
need
child.
to be so complicated.
Of course, these all go down. These are, I believe, 20, 40, 40 split. And of course, you have your third row of seats. Put these down.
I'm struggling to reach it because I'm reaching over the seats.
And if I can find out how to put these up, I will.
Do I find out?
You
I
get the
forget.
idea.
I gave up? Come on.
Very nice.
That's just sad.
Lots of
But
leg
yeah,
room in here.
Third
which is what
row
it should be.
are the only ones I've ever seen like this, where the second row is a bench and the third row has captain seats with that separation down the middle. Kind of the opposite of what you usually see, because usually you want a path in between on the second row to get to the third row.
You do get vents down here. Oh, it's really dark. You can't see, but you do get vents.
Yeah, feet vents.
Cool your legs.
Cools your feet.
So you're
I
going to
like
be really
that.
comfortable back here.
But
Maybe you can see a little
not
bit
enough
now.
controls
Nice
back
and
there.
dense.
I just see
And of course, these do
video
full
controls
flat.
for your DVD player and then AC controls. I feel like there should be more.
I love the interior of this car. I do not like the exterior. I like all the controls back here. But they chose to do what they wanted to in this. I guess if anything, I do care more about the interior, because that's what you're going to be in for your time being while you have this car.
I mean, what do you think is more important? Generally speaking, the interior of a car or the exterior of a car? Do you want to be more comfortable, or do you want to see something, or do you want to be in something that somebody sees you in and likes?
See, this does have satellite and HD radio, which is good. Nice big side view mirrors. Alright, so this has been Matt, and I've been taking a look at a 2013 redesigned Land Cruiser from Toyota.
Yeah, the 2013 is just redesigned. You can find some 2012s, but not that many. I like the 2013 redesign. Check up online what they changed. I think it looks like a very clean vehicle, a nice vehicle.